calm down and relax. I know that we are in a very overwhelming moment regarding this AI news. And this is not new, by the way. It's happening for more than 1 year. And actually, this is something that will keep happening as long as new things will start to happen. And we need to deal with that in the way that it's not a threat for us. AI taking my job. I'm talking about this anxiety that you might have now. And to calm you down, I'm creating the series where I went through to 100 AI tools, and I'm going to show to you the ones that it's really good and the one that it's pure hype. In this first part, I'm going through the most famous one, which is the language models, AI message system, because also they are the most famous one. And probably you use one of them. You might be using the most famous one, ChatGPT from OpenAI. And there is the Chinese one, DeepSeek. It's very nice, powerful, and getting famous and famous. This morning, I was watching Bloomberg and I saw a lot of tech American companies melting in USA stock market. And the main reason was the DeepThink R1 released by DeepSeek. So then investors are like in panic because of this. So we will also walk through on this one that it's getting famous. So just on language models, you already can see that a bunch of options where you can use. In the other parts of the episodes, we will go through image editors, video editors, but let's stick here with the talk about these ones. Let's start first with UChat. UChat, for me, looks like very simple, free language model. Looks like they use some sort of API that connects their servers with a free server of Gemini. If you are not software engineer, you don't know what API stands for. It's just the way to connect through system behind the scenes. And of course, there is a free version, but that's it. Like it's very simple. They try to be similar to ChatGPT, but they are very slow, as well as all the time down, at least on the servers that I try, as well as the locations that I use it. I use it on some different VPN locations around of the world, and it's like all the time very slow. So for me, I can say to you like not good. Now let's go to Abacus. Abacus is a language model, but it's very nice for data analysis. So I can say that they have a lot of products, but the data analysis is their strength. If you are a data analyst, if you wanted to analyze a bunch of data, I can say that maybe Abacus is some of the nice. They stick with the idea of analyze data. For example, you are manager of a marketing company. You wanted to analyze some potential customers that you wanna sell your product. Might be everything like water, doesn't matter. You wanna identify the potential customers. You already have some data, some stored in a spreadsheet, in a document, and then you can use Abacus to interact and analyze those data. So I do recommend. It's good. They have, of course, a paid plan, but it's a nice one to go through. And in my point of view, it's very powerful for business. If you wanna really use it for business, it's very good. The next one, it's Cloud. Cloud, it's a language model for Anthropic. And they are also, there is some similarities of Abacus, but they are very good to analyze like a huge documents, to write a book. book, ebook, doesn't matter. Like cloud might be very good for you. Like it will do a full syntactic analysis as well as the context, dealing with the document, shaping the document, creating the better blueprint, so on and so forth. Maybe not good to start some document, but to work over the document that you have, it's a good idea. So it's a nice one. Anthropic, you are good. And now Perplexity. Perplexity is getting famous and famous mainly because of their research approach and the fact check. So you can research something about crypto if you want to invest in crypto, stock market, politics, data, and it will go through the fact check and make sure that it's grabbing the information that you asked for, analyzing whether or not it's true. Of course, this is very difficult in nowadays world, the sense of like what is fact and what is not fact, because of the narratives we can get a fact, and but still Perplexity, it's very good to go through all the content on the internet, analyzes it and grab it very well. They also have the free plan if you wanna just use as free, and the paid one. It's a less creative than the others language model might be. There is a nice accuracy of the data that it's grabbing for you. Perplexity, it's a very good one. Next one, let's go to our famous Google guy, the Gemini. I can say that the Gemini, it's like a new version of BART for previous Google generative AI. Gemini has like a good interface, nice integration with the Google toolkit, the product like Google Drive, everything around Google. So it's very good, very positive, but has like a huge room to improve. Like if you write the same prompt to other ones and to Gemini, you will grasp the very difference on how accurate and creative, let's use this word very cautious here, the Gemini is. So there is a lot of things to Gemini improve. So it's good. It's also free. There is also paid version, but I can say that it feels like, to be honest, that it's like Google rushing to not let behind from these other generative AI companies. I do believe that they will improve because they have a lot of data, a lot of very good engineers, a lot of good people working that. But nowadays, like 2025, January, February, they are like very behind the other ones. And talking about Google, let's go to one that scares all American tech companies. DeepSeek. DeepSeek is the one that it's like making the market crazy. They are the Chinese generative model, powerful one. And recently, when I'm recording this video, they released the R1, which is basically like a deep thinking idea, receives your prompt, thinking about it. You can also read like what's going on, how it is interpreting your prompt, and then gives you some sort of like a information over that. If you are a software engineer or want to be a software engineer, it's very good for writing code, really very good. You can ask to improve your queries. Doesn't matter if it's SQL, NoSQL, Scala, so on and so forth. It's really very good to code like multi-language. You can fix bugs using this its analysis. Some people still underrate DeepSeek, but if you wanted to choose from one generative AI to be your favorite, I recommend to you to keep with DeepSeek. The model, it's good. and the search is also good. And this deep thinking, this R1, it's also very good. You type like your ask, you can see how the machine is interpreting your prompt. So this is really very nice to you understand, like there is no, if it's getting the context, you can, for example, use DeepSeek with deep thinking to improve your prompt. So really very nice. I do recommend. So then this is very good for a software engineer. Maybe the UI is less polished than the other ones, but I don't think so. To be honest, the UI it's very nice. Like nothing to complain. My point of view, at least. And the last one, the first, and they still more famous and more used around the world, the ChatGPT from OpenAI. They, of course, they have like a lot of models, they have a lot of knowledge, they also know the very different ways of that people are doing prompts. So it's impossible to mention all the others without put them nowadays in the like the super highlight. If you are overwhelmed about the amount of AIs, the generative model around of the world, stick with ChatGPT. It's the best one. It's really the best one. Like learn, keep using, you are good to go. Oh, but Paulo, how about the Perplex? How about the DeepSeek that you said they are all good, but ChatGPT it's still the number one. They are ahead. This is the fact. And for everything, you can use very well to code. As I mentioned with DeepSeek, you can use well ChatGPT to code. You can. They have a very easy APIs. If you are a software engineer, you want to build something on top of a ChatGPT, their AIs are very well documented. You can use ChatGPT to create your code that will connect with ChatGPT API, and it's very like it's good. It's very accurate, more or less updated. It depends when you are using it, but not bad. Really, very good, and you can use it for daily basis, learning language, talking the phone. Once you understand how to do good prompts, like asking to ChatGPT to ask you, it's really very precise and good. It's good for everyone, for very newbie person to very advanced one. You can also deal with images. You can also deal with, of course, with text. So you can write article, books using ChatGPT as your supporter over that. So, in my point of view, if I'm going to choose two winners, the two ones that you should, ChatGPT and DeepSeek. They are both like number one golden medal, the ones that you should choose. One thing, be careful. It's about don't trust on everything that the AI is giving to you. Do the double check. Even if you wanted to write some like article or work school, something like that, use this as like the one that will efficient make your work more efficient, but don't trust that it will replace everything that you wanna do. ChatGPT, all the generative models, they are very good on math, they are very good on facts, and they have a lot of data, but they are not good on being creative. They can't be creative, as well as be very careful on, for example, you wanted to answer, reply someone. Be very careful to write this very raw, simple prompt, such as you copy the message of someone, you paste on the ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whatever, and then you just write something like this. Hey, based on this message, reply to me respectful way. And then you let the ChatGPT reply, you copy and you paste. Like this is so easy to catch the shit that you are doing. Like ChatGPT uses a lot of vocabulary that even if you are like an English native, you will not use it. So it's very easy to catch. You will be even or mocked, or people will look to you and they will not take you serious because it's like a clear. There is like a bunch of words that you should even avoid. Nowadays, even if you use before ChatGPT, I think you should avoid because it was like a taken by ChatGPT and by all these generative AIs. So be careful with that. Like nowadays, I'm very care as a reader. Actually, when I start to read some article, if I see that's very like a GPT created, like very generative AI created, I skip because I think no, like the guy just wrote a prompt. Like I don't wanna, even if the topic is important, like I try to find something that it's more human created. I'm sure that uh, during the evolution of the world, people will be even more sensitive for that. Does it mean that you should not create content using generative AI? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you need to use more as a helper, not as a main creator. It will be a little bit clear that was not you and a little bit shit as well. So yeah, that's it. A coffee. In my main language, we say a café or a cafezinho. And see you